So Ashim, great to be here in Pune and to visit your headquarter. First of all, congratulations for completing 25 years.
Thank you very much, Nitinji.
Tell us what made you start and where are you right now? What are your areas of focus right now?
So, i-Tek RFID, I started right after my college. It was a bootstrap, with very little capital investment in few thousand rupees, I started this company. I am an engineer, mechanical engineer from University of Pune. But I decided to work in the field of IT in the year 2000 because not by choice, but with circumstances. Because if I had to start anything in my field, mechanical engineering field, it would have been heavy capital investment.
Sure.
So we decided to get into IT because of low capital, and then that vision was always there to be a thought leader in whatever we do, and to be a pioneer in whatever we do. So by a coincidence, I kept on meeting few people and from the industry, and I was exposed to RFID as a technology, and I was fascinated. Being a science student, I was fascinated by the physics and math behind the technology
and the immense possibilities that are there.
Absolutely, you said it right. So there are two choices you make, whether you go into the research side of the technology or you get into the application side of it. My bent of mind was always the applications. So the possibilities using RFID, and then at that time when we started, the frequencies were not delicensed. We were working only on low frequency and high frequency. From 2000 to 2006, we had some limitations on the applications, but from 2006 and onwards, with the advent of ultra high frequency and India delicensing the band of 865, 66, 67 megahertz, we were able to do the scanning at much longer read distances. The cost also started coming down and becoming reasonable, and that is the thing when it started growing.
So we must see your experience center and how you started. I think I saw a board outside where you have your entire journey encapsulated on a board. So perhaps we can start from there and then you can take me to your experience center.
Absolutely.
That will be a great thing to do. So, for our viewers' benefit, just explain what is RFID.
So, RFID, as the acronym stands for, it's called Radio Frequency Identification. So, any kind of digitization, if you do, or even if you talk of today's artificial intelligence. So, the intelligence is basically based on the data. And if you have to work with data, and if you have to work with fresh data and accurate data, you need to have some data capture tools.
Sure.
So RFID is a automatic identification and data capture technology. So if you are transacting with an object, the object can be identified with a human being, but if you want to automate it, there has to be a machine which can identify the object. So the machine identification where the media is radio wave, and it is a contactless identification. That is where RFID comes into the picture.
I see. So this is what you started in 2000, i-Tek.
Yes. In 2000 we started, and I stands for identification, Tek stands for technology. So we are into the identification technology, and then we can see the journey from 2000. In 2009 we applied for the patent for FASTag.
I see.
Electronic toll collection of vehicles using RFID. And then 2013, 14 onwards, 13 we were the first ARI certified FASTag in the country.
Oh, so you are a pioneer in the FASTag.
Yes,
So what is your now the market looking like, FASTag? It is only increasing, I suppose.
Yes, I mean we do around 60% of India's FASTags. So every day around 200 crore rupees are collected digitally on the FASTag platform for the national highways alone.
Excellent.
And a lot of savings, lot of environmental benefits, a lot of social impact, in nation building, what FASTag has brought.
Right.
Similarly, if you see, we also got into in 2017 the empanelment by the Ministry of Finance for the electronic seals. This is also fantastic, for the Indian export economy.
Okay.
Every container which is exported through the seaports, It was first locked with or sealed with a mechanical lock.
Sure, and then they used to put that
Wire
seal
lock
wire
and
lock
yeah,
or
yeah. So
seal.
now what we have done, the same semiconductor which is into this FASTag, the chip which is on your windshield, we have packaged it in a form of an electronic seal.
Excellent.
And it is bolted onto the container lock. So from the factory premise to the customs gate for export, it is entire traceability is through the electronic seal. And we are the first in the country again to be empaneled by the Central Board of Indirect Taxes and the Customs.
Customs, okay.
You know, for in 2017, today more than 4,500 exporters across the country, across 105 ports and ICDs use our electronic seals.
Wow. So brick spread, but I am very interested in what you did in the Statue of Unity.
Yeah. So as you know, we are all as Indians, we are very proud of our achievement and the
Sardar Vallabhbhai
Patel Statue of Unity, you know, the tallest in the world. And when the construction was happening, it is constructed using bronze panels, and all bronze panels look alike.
Right.
So and they were spread across around 10 square kilometer yard during the construction phase.
Sure.
So from the toe till the head, you know, when the construction was going on, the right bronze panel had to be picked and put at place.
Wow. Okay.
And for identifying that panel, we had put RFID tags on every panel, and we had warranted the life of 50 years of identification, 50.
Wow.
And every panel has got 2 redundant tags. And today also, if you go and visit the statue, if you go on the shaft and the elevator shaft, you can see 9,000 plus RFID, i-Tek RFID tags on it. And for operation and maintenance also, these tags are used to order the right kind of part for maintenance.
So next time when I go, I'll look for it. I will also come back to this. You know, I'm quite intrigued by these 4 things. We'll come back to it at the end. First, let us experience your experience center,
Definitely.
which I have heard a lot
Definitely.
about. So, you know, I'm told that it's got all the technology applications
Yes.
that you have. Thank you. So this is your experience center, is it?
Yes. So this is Panchajanya.
Okay, now what is Panchajanya? I know there is a newspaper called Panchajanya, but there's obviously a deeper meaning to it.
Yes, Panchajanya is our Pancha Mahabhuta, the 5 elements, the earth, water, fire, air and ether. So what we have done is the Pancha Mahabhutas from our Vedic philosophy and Vedic sciences. We have connected all these Pancha Mahabhutas with RFID technology.
Oh.
And that is what we are trying to depict over here, and make this experience center in such a way that RFID, if you have to know about RFID, instead of reading or Googling about it or seeing PowerPoints, you can just experience the technology in action over
Wonderful thought about this, but this is obviously the statue.
Yeah, yeah.
So this has those, the parts are all
tagged.
tagged.
Bronze
All
tagged.
bronze tagged.
So it all starts, Nitinji, with this kind of a wafer, you know. So this is the semiconductor wafer.
Okay.
Okay, and the small black dots which you see, which are shiny dots, this is the RFID chip.
Oh.
So a wafer is filled with millions of chips.
Okay.
And these are imported. Today,
At least
at
now
least
it
for
is
now,
your
in
doing,
India,
okay.
there's nobody who manufactures the semiconductor. So this is an imported semiconductor. This chip is picked.
Okay.
And it is mounted on these kind of antennas or inlays, you know.
These, okay.
And you see these parallel lines, and this is the small tiny chip over there.
Yes.
And this forms an inlay.
Okay.
And when this inlay is packaged with a self-adhesive kind of a label,
Right.
we can make a FASTag out of it.
Oh, I
so
see.
you can see there is an antenna and there is a chip on the
Both. And this is
back
what
side.
we put on our windscreens.
This is what we put on our windshield.
Windscreen, yeah.
This we package it in form of a bolt lock, you know, where the chip
This is for the
inside
containers.
for the container, and you lock it, and
I
this
see.
becomes a electronic
Wow.
seal. But the chip is the same.
Lovely.
Okay, you have to just lock it
Just
through the
it's like-
container. You can
okay.
see it here, up
that
here,
one.
and if it is packaged in form of a plastic tag, this is something which is put on the statue.
one, yes.
You know, it and different form factors. You know,
So,
labels.
but this is all your ideas and design and imagination.
Yes, most of them,
Okay.
and they are The chip is there, and depending on the application, depending on the environment, we design the packaging.
Does it need form factor? I mean, you think of that, or the chip can be accommodated or applied anywhere?
No, the form factor is important. Like the tiniest one for some of the applications we see here. So this is for high temperature. It is packaged in ceramic.
Okay.
So something is in ABS, something is in PVC, something is in ceramic, something is in the form of a paper label, a thermal transfer label.
Okay.
Something is packaged and or sandwiched just in paper.
Ah.
So depending on your application requirement, the environment, we decide the packagings.
Lovely. So now you're showing the files. What are they?
So the RFID is also used for file and document tracking. Let us go on the other side of the wall.
Sure.
So here also you can see different applications. We have put RFID on the timber,
I see.
tree tagging kind of a solution.
I see.
where
So
the
when it's cut.
Exactly. No, we can trace back the timber
Where it's come from.
to the source of the tree.
Oh, okay.
We have put RFID on. You see, construction equipment. There is RFID in the concrete slabs, in dairy. RFID in surgical instruments. You can see all these surgical instruments, tagged with RFID. This is the RFID tag, the ceramic tag which I showed you just now.
So that they know which batch it is from or where
and
it is come
whether
from.
it has been sterilized or not. The traceability, the processes, everything is tracked. RFID is also used for brand protection. Like in this particular painting, RFID tag is put. So if you bring your mobile phone in the vicinity, with near field communication, you will know whether it's a original one or a fake.
That's right.
So a lot of in liquor tracking kind of solutions also we are using RFID. This is the RFID chip.
Okay.
You just put on a
And
liquor
what does
bottle.
that do?
It will tell you basically if you have your
My
mobile phone,
yes.
without downloading any app or anything. Every phone has got RFID now.
Right, I
So
see.
if you just bring your phone into the vicinity, see the link
The
has
NFC
popped
tag
up.
has come.
Yeah, and it will show you whether it is authentic or.
Oh,
And now
okay.
it also tells you if the seal is broken. Like this bottle, I break the seal.
Yeah.
The seal is broken over
Correct,
here. Now if you tap it,
Ah.
and if you click onto the link, it
Oh,
will
it
show you the
says,
seal is broken.
tampered
So RFID will not only tell
So
you
it's,
whether
it is a very easy to operate also.
Exactly,
And
exactly.
it's actually then spurious or mixed things
yeah,
are
good
also
for the health,
good for the health,
good for
yes.
the citizens, good for tax collection, whether
For the
it is
excise
a
department.
excise department. So many benefits,
I can imagine, yes.
And so a lot of applications we are putting, IT asset tracking is there,
Right.
and so many others, Here if you see, we have these RFID systems, which are also manufactured by our company.
Okay.
We have a facility here in Pune, where we manufacture these tunnels. So these are the real sites, the pictures of our sites, This is one of the largest warehouse of a big business house in India, in north of India.
Okay.
This is near Sultanpur in Haryana.
Okay.
This is another facility, a warehouse in Bangalore, Yeah.
So earlier you had to open the boxes, you said.
Yeah, so earlier what used to happen, you had to, when you are doing
Receiving,
inbound or receiving a particular shipment, you had to open the box and scan individual items inside.
Right.
Now, if all the items are RFID tagged, if you can see here, if I just start it, you can see this box is being received by the tunnel. Your expected quantity is 15, you received 15 and it is passed. So how quickly now the next box will come in line, You can see in the next box, I think,
Yeah.
in the next box, if you see,
Oh, so
there
it's
is
got
excess
extra.
quantity, and it will be rejected, And then, So here you can see this is shortage.
Short by 5.
Short by 5,
Okay. So that actually saves so much time and energy and manpower.
Yes.
So there is a
So this is
identification
rejected now.
inside. This is
Yes,
rejected.
yes.
Okay.
Then this is also a RFID cabinet, which we manufacture. So again, a similar kind of a solution where there's a box inside, there are some objects inside which are tagged.
Okay.
And if you want to do the scanning, there are 80 pieces inside.
Right.
So it will just scan what is there. And
80.
so earlier, we had our customers who used to run night shifts to open the boxes, scan them, inbound them, outbound. So all of the night shifts. So RFID is also bringing in the work-life balance.
Work-life balance, yeah.
For
Not,
so
no
many
night
of our
shifts are required
customers.
probably.
Exactly.
Okay.
This is our new vertical which we are establishing.
I see.
We feel that there is immense possibilities of RFID traceability and inventory management in our defense forces,
Oh, of
in
course.
our armed forces.
There's so many small items. Forget the big items, small items which may not get traced if you didn't have this one. So once you
Exactly.
start applying or making the application, probably it will be a wonderful change for the armed forces, especially the Indian armed forces.
Exactly. So this is what we are trying to build some experiences for
So
our
it
Indian
could
armed
also
forces.
track. Let me say, suppose there is a ammunition factory, and if that ammunition factory has got a lot which has been manufactured and sent out,
Yeah.
can it be traced back to when it was manufactured, when it was dispatched?
Yes.
Traceability is what the solution. that you're
Absolutely, yeah.
offering.
The entire traceability across the supply chain, and what it is going to bring in is a lot of operational efficiencies. You know, a lot of visibility and transparency into the system. You know, a lot of optimization of cost, the expiry management. You know, the stock management, the real time data. You know, if we are doing the physical stock audit once in a year, you know, our customers are now doing it in few of the cases every day.
Oh.
And show you some examples
Yeah,
when
sure.
we move forward. You know, so right from 1 year to now, this example which I told you about the warehouse,
Right.
for a cycle count they used to take 200 days
Oh.
with the old manual system.
Right.
Now with RFID, they have brought it down from 200 days to 8 days.
So
immense.
much of
Exactly.
efficiency has been brought in there.
Absolutely.
But even in the military solutions, I was just thinking, say in Siachen when they have snow clothing,
Yeah.
which they sort of turn over with every battalion going up.
Yeah.
So if they have a snow
Chip
clothing
inside,
chip
yeah.
inside, then
Yeah.
you will probably know what is the vintage of that dress or that.
Definitely.
That can be done.
Absolutely.
That can be done.
It can be done very
Oh, I
well.
see.
You know,
So-
and it can be done in a very, very secure way. Okay, so in whatever we do in the defense applications, it has to be extremely secure.
Right.
The data security and the sensitivity of tracking
Correct.
has to be there. So we RFID is very well equipped and very, very secure. So secure that today in your banking transactions also we are using RFID.
I see. Okay.
So there is very, very minimum possibility or
Right.
almost no possibility for the enemy to hack into it.
Yeah, so that will be, I think, once they start adopting it in on a larger scale,
Yeah.
probably it will also increase efficiency in the army's inventory management.
Absolutely. So this is like what we are depicting how the movement across the army supply chain
Can happen, yes.
and you know we can track it at every location and also trace it back to the source.
Right, so that, and because one of their challenges from what I know is because they store it at distant places, weather-wise those places are very
Exactly.
difficult in high altitude, in rainy places in northeast. So they don't know how old it is. Sometimes it is difficult to track. If
Yeah.
all this is applied there, I think it will do wonderful things for the military.
Yes.
So if you have files, it will show the number of files inside?
Yeah. So this is one solution which we are finding a lot of traction for some classified document tracking. Now world is moving towards paperless, but what we believe is it is becoming less paper. But whatever paper is remaining, it's becoming extremely valuable.
Very
and traceability of the paper. So we are making such kind of cabinets. You know, this is a file cabinet.
Right.
So who opened the cabinet? And what was pulled in and pulled out. So there are 35 files which are supposed to be there, only 34
34
is
are there. One is
which
gone
is the
missing.
one missing. And all these details, who has pulled it out, who has put it back, the entire traceability of the document can be done using RFID.
Oh, lovely.
This is our retail section.
This will be interesting because we don't see it. We go and buy a lot of things in retail, and then you're showing the phone thing. How does that work?
This is basically what we are trying to show is the world is moving towards frictionless shopping. So how many times we go to a store and we find that we want to know the details or specifics about a particular product, but the store associate is not available to answer our question. So here we have something called as pick to play. So I just lift the product, okay, and it will show the content of that product.
I see.
And if I have to compare this particular phone with this one, I just lift the second one, okay, and it will compare both the products.
I see. Okay. So there is no human interaction required really.
Exactly. So the data is available and the comparison of two products can be done very easily. Both the phones are RFID tagged,
Right.
and the furniture is RFID furniture.
Oh.
So this is actually the RFID antenna is hidden in the furniture,
Okay.
and this is how we can do the. Now we can. It will work exactly in other format also, where I lifted a product for the identification.
Right.
Now this is put to play. Now if I place the product on this, it will show me the contents of the product. And if I want to compare the second one,
I see.
I put the second
so
one as
suppose there was another phone that you brought in from another shelf and then put it here.
Yes,
then you can actually get the characteristics.
characteristic, the comparison, specification, you know.
Okay.
So in retail, we are finding a lot of applications.
I'm sure, and they must be really happy with
including
this.
self-checkout systems.
So that was a pick and play, and then what you said? What is the other one?
Put to play,
Put
pick
to
to
play,
play.
pick to play. Okay. And what is this?
This is like again in the retail, you know, we are doing object traceability. So we are tagging around 300 crore apparels and footwear in India alone at item level for the entire traceability.
Item level.
Item level.
Okay.
Every item is being tagged.
Oh, I see.
Now, when we were doing the traceability, we thought that a lot of other use cases also can be built. So one is this shopping, the billing experience. So this is kind of a self-checkout system.
Right.
Suppose you shop for
so if
all
I
these
put it
items,
here,
yeah, all of them together. So all the 3 items are getting billed at the same time.
Right.
Earlier you had to scan one
Yes,
at a time.
one
So this
at
is
a time.
more of a self-checkout
Correct.
kind of
And
a
it's
system.
quicker.
It's quicker.
It's quicker.
So and then this, if you remove one item, it will reduce that. And it comes in 2 form factors. We have given it as a tray, and this is another
And then you
well.
can put it in a well
You
or
put it
box.
inside the well, and it will again pick up that item.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
So basically, it's only increasing. So everything is designed to increase efficiency.
Yes, everything for it. And then we find applications in agriculture, manufacturing, banking and finance, you know, retail, of course, we show.
Right.
This is the inventory application. I told you about how the inventory is being done every day. So in a typical retail store, they used to do the physical stock once in a year or once in 6 months. Now with RFID, with such kind of mobile handled devices, all you have to do is just trigger it on.
Oh, I see.
And if you trigger it
So
on,
it's
you
like
can see it has started
Geiger
picking.
counter kind of
Yeah,
a thing.
see it has started picking. So already it has
How many
picked
are
more than
there
100
and
items,
what?
you know.
Okay.
So and then in the jewelry section also, in the footwear, in the beauty section. So it has already picked 162
62
items.
Okay.
And to scan such
So many numbers.
So our customers are now doing the physical count and the physical inventory every morning.
I'm
you
sure.
know.
To
And
come back and every morning and see how many are there.
Exactly, and that is what is leading to a lot of efficiencies in online fulfillment.
Sure.
So we are listening about nowadays about quick commerce and fast fashion. So this is all which is fueling, the RFID is fueling such kind of solutions. And then we have experiences for the fitting room as well, you know. How many times you have gone to a fitting room and ended up buying nothing. Okay. Or buying everything which
so
you
that
have
data
tried.
can be then stored.
Analytics for the stores.
Exactly.
So the lot of efficiencies in retail are coming in because earlier in a brick and mortar format, the retailer was completely blind about these data points.
So what was the choice or color or whether they liked it or not?
What is selling in South Mumbai, is it selling in Shillong? It is attracting the eyeball. The customers are trying it, but is it converting into a sale? So a lot of such analytics we are building in and around RFID.
But I can see this concrete also.
Yeah, this is something which we did specially where RFID can be embedded into the concrete slabs in precast and all for construction companies. So recently, you know, our Panchajanya, our experience center was inaugurated by Honorable Minister Gadkari Saab.
Yes.
You know, the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. So we had to show him some solutions in construction. So that is the time when we put some RFID chips in the concrete blocks and showed him some
He would be very happy. He's a technology man.
Yes. So he spent almost an hour understanding about RFID, and the beauty is because of FASTag, they are still the biggest beneficiary of RFID technology.
Exactly.
The Ministry of Road
He's
Transport
actually revolutionized road travel.
Absolutely.
And now he's looking at, I think, the new the toll centers where you just go through. I mean, quickly
I
without
know that
stopping.
we are doing, that is called multi-lane free flow.
Okay,
Yeah,
you are
so
doing
we
that?
are doing multi-lane free
Oh.
flow. So I can show you here. If we, so this is our patent applied for FASTag in March 2009.
Oh, I see.
So
Okay,
tax collection of vehicles, electronic tax collection of vehicles using
See,
RFID.
but that time it must have been such a revolutionary
Yes,
application.
so I talked to you about the multi-lane free flow. So at Atal Setu,
This is in Mumbai.
this is in Mumbai. At
Right.
the Atal Setu, we have done the pilots for the multi-lane free flow.
Okay.
And this is another equipment called TL booster, the traffic lane booster, which we have put over there.
So how does this work?
It will be plaza free.
Okay.
So it is a
So
free,
only this one
yeah,
will be
only
there?
the gantries will be there.
Okay.
And the vehicles can move at really high speeds, at a speed of around 150 kilometers per hour as well. And the identification can happen. So the plazas will not be required.
And you don't need to stop then, the traffic doesn't get disrupted.
So that is called as MLFF, and we are working on that
Multi-lane?
as well. Multi-lane free flow.
Free flow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and we spoke about the beauty, Nitinji, about RFID. Any other technology adoption, it is the technology first gets adopted by the private sector, and then the government starts adopting. But RFID is something unique in India.
Okay.
And this is not anywhere in the world also.
I see.
It is the government who adopted RFID first, and then the masses started learning about RFID. Because of FASTag, RFID became popular.
So exactly. So FASTag became such a
revolution
relief for the customer and the traveler,
Yeah.
that they must have said, okay, let's see what this technology is.
Exactly, and that is the impact. That's why we say always that technology without social impact has no meaning. So whatever technology enhancements we are doing, it has to impact. It has to have a larger impact on the society.
Absolutely. No, I can imagine, and I think you are actually looking at improving the lives of the different sections of the people. I mean, not just government, but also common people. So what is this?
So this is a portal which we create in many manufacturing facilities. We saw the tunnel through which the boxes were passing. But the loading station or unloading station, a forklift carrying multiple boxes, multiple items, they have to stop, scan, identify, count. Here, while the forklift is moving out or in, you identify. So imagine this pallet with maybe 20 odd boxes, 20 plus boxes on it. It is passing and it is being loaded. You just start it, and while it is moving, it is scanning all the objects in it. So this is how, so 28 boxes, 29 boxes.
So and nobody has to write it manually.
Nobody, and this is all seamlessly integrated. It is still counting. It is all seamlessly integrated with your
data.
ERP, the data ERP.
Exactly. Oh, wonderful. So that multi-lane thing that you were talking about, after the first pilot project that you've done, what is the response from the government?
No, it is good. It is good. The minister is very ambitious about it, and we as well as an industry are ambitious, and we feel that is going to be the reality very soon.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be the reality.
It'll having built such roads, big and efficient roads, then that only will add to the efficiency.
Absolutely.
That is that. How are you looking at it for the next 25 years? The leap that you want to do? Are you exporting your technology? Are you looking at international markets?
Yes, I mean, if we look at the global market of RFID today, like in last year, around 54 billion objects globally were tagged using RFID. Globally. These 54 billion objects accounted for the value of 17 trillion US dollars. And which gave a benefit of up to 10% increase in EBITDA, which is around 17 billion US dollars. And RFID is growing at a CAGR of around 23-25%. So the industry today, in the year 2025, we will be around 4 billion US dollars globally, and it will be around $10 billion industry by 2030. So we are growing really fast, and India is going to be one of the largest consumers of RFID.
Yeah, because of our size, population, everything.
It's a consumer-based economy.
Everybody will have to come here. We are now a buyer's market.
Yes, and and RFID is like the blockchain of the physical world.
Right.
And so what?
Well put.
Yeah. So what blockchain is doing in the digital space, RFID is doing in the physical space.
No, it prevents theft. It prevents the fraud.
It brings in
Fraud.
accountability.
Accountability. All frauds
Yeah.
are prevented most probably with all this kind of technology that you have.
Yeah.
So what is the next project that you're looking at? I mean, other sectors. You've done in retail. You've done in roads. You've done in construction. You've done in other stuff. Defense, I know that you're going in.
Yeah.
But what are the other
So
applications?
we are focusing on agriculture as well, agri-tech as well. A lot of traceability solutions and possibilities, in agriculture.
Right.
Especially in our country, in India, we are looking for in agriculture also animal husbandry. Some areas where we are looking for applications of traceability, and defense we feel is going to be one of the largest adopters of RFID
I can well imagine.
Yeah.
I can
So
well
we
imagine.
are very much excited
Right.
to be part and to build solutions in and around defense.
Okay. And I think you'll have to, then you all, apart from this experience center in your headquarters here, you have a manufacturing facility.
Yes, so we have two facilities, one in Noida. We have another facility in which is around 40 minutes from here in Pune,
Okay.
in an area called Bavdan. There we have around 90,000 square feet facility where we are assembling all these units.
Oh, I see. And obviously, with the growing demand, you'll have to look for more manufacturing facilities, I'm sure. So, who sort of helps you? Because you don't come from you're a first generation entrepreneur.
Yes.
So, who's your support system? I'm sure your wife is also a major part of your growth.
Yes, Avantika also, she is an engineer, so it helps.
Okay.
But I am blessed, Nitinji, with an excellent team. you know.
Okay.
So, like any other business, or any other, every entity will survive depending on the team.
Sure.
Whether it is a game of sport or whether it is business. You are
Right.
as good as your team is.
Absolutely.
So we are blessed to have, and Pune being the Oxford of the East, we have very good engineers here.
Right.
And we have been able to, now what we are doing is we are now building a new platform called Garuda Vigil.
Uh-huh.
So whatever we have learned in the last 25 years building solutions in and around RFID, we are trying to, our vision or aim is to make RFID more affordable.
Okay.
What UPI has done in the payments world, we want to do it into the traceability and identification world.
Make
So,
it accessible to
make it accessible
the
for
last
all.
man, common man,
Exactly.
basically.
So when we talk of retail, for example, it is not only for the organized retail or the multi-brand retails or the multi-store retail,
Right.
but even a single mom and pop shop store, should be able to adopt RFID and get benefits of the technology. And the barrier for this adoption many a times is the complexities. So we are trying to simplify RFID. And second is the cost.
Right.
Cost is a deterrent. So we
Correct.
are trying to make it more and more cost effective by building a platform on it.
Sure.
And we are also trying to see how we can empower our youth in our nation, where we can, with the help of our platform, we can generate more employments and more professions as well.
And from what I remember in our initial conversation, you also said that you try and look for engineers from tier 2 and tier 3 cities and colleges.
Yes, that
like that.
we are in a constant endeavor to do that, to go to the tier 2 cities, tier 3 cities. And because I myself, I come from a small village in Maharashtra, and I believe that if we can build some opportunities in those areas. Today what is happening, if we try to bring those boys and girls here, and it is very difficult for them to survive in a city.
Right.
But especially for a few functions like software or some of the services,
Sure.
they can still render those services from the village or from that small city. Okay, so we are trying to build branches of i-Tek, and I want to start with my own village.
This is in which district?
In Kolhapur.
In
It is
Kolhapur.
In Kolhapur.
Okay.
It is 18 kilometers away from Kolhapur.
Oh, I see.
A small village called Tarandge. And there we are trying to start with 10 to 15 engineers as a pilot project. And if it is successful, we will be able to replicate that model
Wonderful thought also, because obviously, so that's what I'm going to end with in that, on that board, what you have written about humanism, spiritualism, vegetarianism and nationalism, if I'm not mistaken, those four.
Nationalism number one.
Number one,
Number
and then
one.
other things
Yes.
keep coming in.
Yeah.
So we've already got that board. So just explain what the thought is behind those four verticals or thoughts.
So these thoughts came at an early stage when we were trying to, as we started our discussion with the possibilities of RFID.
Right.
When we were discussing the possibilities, we came across many possibilities and many applications, but we were not getting a kick out of it, because after deployment, yeah, it was having some impact on our balance sheet. Okay, yes, it was replicable, but we were not able to make a larger picture on a larger canvas. And then we thought that whatever can benefit our 1 billion or 1.4 billion Indians, our countrymen, and that's where the nationalist thing started coming.
Okay.
I give you a very small example. We did gate automation at Jawaharlal Nehru Port Trust.
Okay. Again, Nhava Sheva.
Nhava Sheva. So when we were doing the FASTag and the electronic seal, one problem statement by the Ministry of Shipping was thrown at us is there are huge queues, long queues, 10 kilometers queues at the port, and the trucks are taking around 30 minutes at the port gate.
Okay.
To pass one truck and take it in the port.
Right.
The target was bring that 30 minutes using automation, to bring the 30 minutes to less than 1 minute.
Okay.
Ideally 30 seconds. That was the aim. 30 minutes to 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So RFID of course played a very key role. But what happened was, many solution providers from US and Europe had tried it and failed miserably.
Okay.
So we were given an opportunity. We were very small at that time, and this is the year, I think 2010-11, when we started working on gate automation. So when our team of engineers, we went there and we saw the system and everything, what we did differently was, our site assessment engineers, we interviewed the drivers who are standing in the queue.
The users, basically, the people who are involved in
because
it.
who are getting impacted with this 30 minutes
Correct.
delay.
Correct.
So somebody said that I have not been able to meet my sick mother because of I am spending 10 hours in the queue and I am getting worried. Somebody is saying I am facing problems with my kidney stone because I am not able to leave the truck and
go for
a nature's call.
Yeah.
Somebody has not met his children and not able to spend quality time with his family. And we engineers, then we decided that whatever solution we will do now, we will do it and dedicate it to the drivers. And where all the other companies failed, we succeeded.
So again, it comes from that innate desire to help humanity or fellow citizens, whatever. I think that is what ultimately turned out to be the best thing.
Technology just for the sake of the technology or the wow factor of the technology is not meaningful enough for us at i-Tek.
It didn't give you the kick long enough, so you wanted to seek something else.
And that is where the nationalism feeling started coming, and then the e-seals, what we did,
right?
Immense impact.
I'm sure.
So much of container movements, and that is adding into our economy. The dollars coming into our country.
So leakages and funds, the fraud, the theft,
and it's a trust-based system.
Trust,
as a corporate citizen.
Correct.
So much of trust is being
given on your shoulders, really.
Yes,
that is that. But spiritualism is something else.
So I am a follower of our Vedas, and I am a staunch believer that wherever our scientific understanding stops, the spiritual enlightenment starts from there. So spirituality is beyond the scientific understanding.
I would in fact put it this way, that without spiritualism there is no science.
Absolutely, you are right. So, and our Vedas, whether it is the Rig Veda or any other Vedas, or even our Bhagavad Gita, it has got so much of scientific evidences in it, But maybe because of a little bit of colonial education system which India started adopting at a later stage, we started calling it mythology. It's not a myth, it is a storytelling method. Like I build a use case or a case study. I don't tell or explain. While explaining I never opened up any piece of equipment
No,
and showed you
nothing.
the
But
the
you told us
antenna
the
or the
application,
chipset.
which is
I
increasing.
told you the impact, the story
yeah.
behind it,
Absolutely.
what happened.
Correct.
So the way the life lessons are being taught
Right.
in our Mahabharata or Ramayana or any other Vedic scriptures of India, it was in the form of a storytelling, but it
Yes.
always have a scientific base.
There is a
And that
base.
is a fantastic way of. So that is where our spiritual journey, it started. And in any business, when we started with 50,000 rupees as a small company, there are so many ups and downs, you know. And only this spiritual guidance or the faith, is what keeps entrepreneurs like us kicking. When we have our lows, we still believe. The belief system remains very strong because
That's
of the
because of
spiritual-
spiritualism, yeah.
yeah.
So, and you're obviously a vegetarian.
Yes.
So, does that help?
It's a personal choice, I believe.
exactly.
For me, it has helped. But in i-Tek, within our four walls, we follow vegetarianism.
Right.
But to our customers, or Atiti Devo Bhava is also our Indian philosophy. But within the four walls of i-Tek, we follow vegetarianism. I feel it helps.
Okay.
But again, it's a very, very
It's not
personal
imposed
thing.
on anybody.
It is not
anybody.
imposed. We cannot impose
Right.
such things.
No, that's true. That's true.
And I think vegetarianism and humanism go hand in hand.
Yeah, there are two sides of the coin, basically.
so-
That's true. So what next? IPO, listing publicly, because if you'll have to go grow, I'm sure you're growing very fast. In 25 years, you've come this far. But as I can see, this is immense possibilities. I started with that term. So IPO or listing, going public, what is it?
Yes, definitely. There are drivers for us to walk that path. Why we should go the IPO path, for the scale, to manage the company, to attract the talent, professional talent.
Sure.
So IPO is definitely on its way, but in the next, not for at least 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
I believe we still have to scale a little bit more, a couple of, I think 2-3 times more of what we are doing right now, 2-3 multiples.
Right.
And then definitely IPO is in the offering.
Great. Ashim, it was wonderful to hear your story, and I can only wish you all the best for the future journey, for the next 25 years.
Thank you very much, Nitin. Thank you.